Hello, this is Robyn of HeartGuidedIntuition.com, and actually it's Heart Guided Intuitive Readings here on YouTube. So, I wanted to make a video because I haven't been here in a while. It is now March 2019, and the last video I made for this channel here on YouTube was back in September of 2018, so it was last year. And there are a few things I'm concentrating on and focusing on that life kind of takes us away from things sometimes. The first thing was that it was actually a little daunting because I've been reading tarot since I was young and I love doing it. And I had started those daily readings back in September. But first of all, I didn't realize it's a real commitment. Maybe I just need to get my my technology down, with how I record the videos and make it a little easier to do. But it was also just daunting because there are so many amazing readers here on YouTube. There are so many readers here on YouTube, and some of them I actually follow. There are a few I follow regularly because I find that even though they're general readings, that they pretty much apply to me a lot of the time. And I find these readers very, they're coming from their hearts and they're there to help, and they do transformative readings, and they really try to guide as well as they're not just fortune tellers. So, and that's one of the things I really want to do with my tarot as well, is bring something more to it. I don't consider myself a fortune teller. And a lot of people who I do readings for, they'll be a little afraid if they've never had a tarot reading before, and they'll ask me, oh, will something bad come up? Or are you going to tell me this? Or what's going to happen? I don't really want to know what's going to happen. And honestly, sometimes the tarot can be the story of your life. It's basically a snapshot of your life at this point in time. It can be. It can tell a story. It can tell the future. It can tell what's coming up, what kind of energies are kind of working around in your world, and what might be coming in, what to work through. If anything difficult comes up, usually I pull more cards. And I try to use the tarot as a form of spiritual guidance for people, and I always want it to be helpful, very helpful, and possibly healing. So that's my goal with the tarot. I guess because I'm coming from a place in me where I don't like doing things superficially. I could never sit there and read the tarot and just be like, well, this, blah, 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 and just stick to the readings, the common meanings, the common meanings of each card. I work intuitively. I feel like the readings are channeled. Before I do any readings at all, I do a lot of prayer work and a lot of my own spiritual work. I come from a place of, I practice shamanism, so I call in my sacred space. I talk to my helping spirits, and I really get a lot of guidance, and I ask for their guidance. I ask for their guidance in the readings because I can't do tarot readings without my guides, because it wouldn't be a reading. It would be fake. It would be me in my monkey brain looking up in a little book, what does it mean? Which is what I used to look in the book for the basic meanings, but I've always done them intuitively as well, where I would then I put the book down and then I go into it. But now it's all intuitive. I have my own spreads that I do. And so my whole purpose with the tarot is to have it be a tool for healing and transformation. So if something difficult comes up, I'll be like, okay, let's pull more cards and see what happens. So anyway, so the reason why I've been kind of gone since last September from this YouTube channel is, yes, it was a little daunting, making that commitment of, doing the daily readings, which I really loved. But I was focusing a lot on doing readings for people who are local to me, a lot of friends and a lot of local readings. So that's a joy. That's a great joy to sit down at the table with somebody face to face and to have them come, and even if they don't have a question, there's certain ways that I frame questions for the cards, and I ask the people who come to me for readings, does this sound right to you, to frame the question, because they'll let me know, like if they don't have a specific question or they do, there are certain ways to frame the questions to get the answers that we're looking for. So that's a big thing. But I've been really focusing on, doing in-person readings and my art, and doing, I'm an artist. I've been an artist for a long time, and I have another YouTube channel, which is Bell Spirit. Actually, no, Robyn Bell Spirito. So it's my name. If you want to check out any of the art, dance, music that I do, it's on that other channel. But this channel, Heart Guided Intuitive Readings, is just for the tarot readings. One way I've recently combined my art and tarot is I've begun designing. This is like, as of the last 2 weeks, I've just begun designing my own tarot deck. I did design my own oracle card deck, which I call a spirit deck, because it was totally channeled. 80 cards in one night. I had said a lot of prayers to my helping spirits, and I had a blank deck of cards, an actual deck of cards that was totally blank. And they sell them, you can find them Amazon or different places. And I'd had them for years, and I didn't know what to do with them, really. And I said a lot of prayers, and I told my guides I would like to design a deck that I can use that's going to be really helpful for me in my readings for people. So they said, okay, it's going to happen really fast. In one night, I sat down it's an 80 card deck. In one night, I sat down and the deck was done. I mean, it was hours and hours of work, and they're simply drawn, but wow. When I use that deck in every single reading that I do. And actually, they're in my my September readings, and they look very simple, but boy, they really help me. They help the messages to come through more specifically in some ways than the tarot does, because there are some tarot cards that don't have these specific nuances that the oracle card deck does. So aside from that black and white oracle card spirit deck that I designed, I've recently begun designing a tarot deck using my paintings. So I've been going through photographs of the entire body of my work as an artist, and very carefully choosing the paintings that match up with each card in the way it looks, in the way it feels, and how I understand the meanings of the tarot cards. I'm very carefully choosing one of my paintings to go with it. So this is so exciting for me. I can't wait to see them printed. If they look, I'm absolutely going to use a deck of my own, my own deck for myself and my own readings. But if they really turn out nice, I will probably offer them for other people to purchase if they are interested in purchasing them. So I'll keep you posted about that. So that's another thing I've been working on. And another reason I wasn't here on this channel since September is that I do have some health issues. And right now I feel like it's time for me to really turn back to this online community and, come back here and get back to the video readings, which I do love doing. I love doing the readings. I love working with people in person, and I'll still continue to do that. But I think it will be easier for me to just kind of right now come back to the online community and provide probably the dailies. I'll do the dailies. I don't know if I'll do weeklies or monthlies, or other types of readings, but certainly if there's something that you'd like to see me do, some kind of reading that you'd like to see me do, please leave it in the comments, and please always be kind because I'm here. I love people, and it's my intention to be helpful and always be kind and compassionate. So please be kind. Any comments that are not kind, I'll just wipe them out. So anyway, this is why I haven't been here, health issues and focusing on in-person readings and also focusing on my art. So designing my own deck. And I love readings. I do, a combination. In all of my readings, I always do a combination of one tarot deck, at least one tarot deck. My favorite one is the Gilded Tarot. That's one of my favorite tarot decks. I absolutely love it. I resonate with it. Those rich colors. Every tarot deck is beautiful, but that one really resonates with me. So I tend to use that one with the Spirit deck I designed that's black and white, and then I usually pull in another couple of oracle cards. So there are a few decks that I have used. Like any tarot card reader, we usually have a pile or a bookshelf or a table. We have a collection of cards, so it's wonderful to be able to choose from them on any given day as to what feels right, what feels like it's going to deliver the message that people need. So I will be resuming readings very soon, so probably for April I will be doing that. And what else would I like to say? I guess if you go to my website, heartguidedintuition.com, it does work. It does work for ordering a reading, but that page is very simple, and I was working with a Yahoo template, and that was an absolute nightmare. I don't want to say anything bad about Yahoo. They're, that's where I get my domain name through. But when I chose to have a web page through them, I chose a template, and I've designed other websites for myself before, and the template was a nightmare, and I contacted their customer service, and literally 3 or 4 months passed, and nothing had changed, even though I called or contacted them numerous times. It's hard to find a number to call them, but I contacted them via chat many times, and they continued to say, oh, we'll fix it, we're on it, and they weren't. So I got it usable. It's usable, but I am working on getting another web host where I can have a website that's easier to use, where I can put updates, where I can put notifications, specials on readings, and any kind of news or anything I want to share with you guys about the readings. Maybe at some point classes, if you guys would want that. If any of you would like that, please let me know in the comments below, and please always be kind. So that's one of the things I'm working on. I also have a Patreon page, and I'll put the link to that below in case any of you would like to be a supporter of mine on Patreon. It's really for art and tarot, and I had put a lot of my art on there, but I'm going to be now focusing my Patreon page more on the tarot. So I will be doing readings on here on YouTube, and I will be doing live readings too. So I may start a newsletter. So I'm still, after many months, I'm in this preliminary stage of getting this going. It's taking me a while, and it's very exciting to me because I do have several things I'm working on, my art, and I do, as I mentioned, have health issues. So I do need to go a bit slower, and sometimes I speak very slowly, but I absolutely love doing readings. I feel guided to do the readings and called to do them. I absolutely love the cards. I've been practicing shamanism for about 10 or 11 years now. And, at some point that might be more of what I do in my spiritual life, but right now it seems to be the readings. And I actually was judging it for a while because I thought, I'm called to do this other thing. Am I kind of betraying my path by going back to tarot? And I feel I absolutely love the tarot, and I love oracle cards. I love that they're visual, and I love that there are so many decks of cards, and you could take 10 tarot decks, and the basic meanings are the same of the cards, but they'll be slightly different according to how the artist depicted each card. So it's fascinating. And anyway, I love it. I look forward to doing the readings on here starting in April. So please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And you could also click that. It's a little bell. It might be annoying because you'll get a little ding every time I post a video. But if you want to be notified about when I post a video, just click that little bell and you'll be notified on your computer or your phone. And I guess that's about it. This is kind of an update on where I'm at with this. And I started last year and I'm continuing, and I'm looking forward to building this and building the momentum. And I love doing this, and I genuinely love people. I have to say that I know the state of the world is not optimal. It is far from optimal. There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on, but I wish everyone well. I wish everyone healing. I wish everyone peace in their heart and their mind and their spirit. And I wish you peace. And I wish you healing. So thank you for being here, especially if you made it all the way through this video. Feel free to leave comments below, and I'll post some links below, to my other website, my Patreon. And so thank you for being here, and happy spring. Happy spring. Okay. See you soon.